Alright, I think this is going to be. There's the finger in front of the camera again. iPhones are great for taking pictures. iPhones are not great for recording video of yourself. Okay, so I think this is legitimately going to be a quick vlog here. I'll probably speak and upload it. If I record any more footage, I don't think it'll go up today. I don't know, maybe I'll use it for tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, I was just having a quick thought about screens. How many screens are in your life? So for me, I think 5 screens is about where I can normally max out. Part of it's time. How much time do I have available in my day, and what do I do with that time? So, for instance, on the average day, I think I interact with 5 screens. Let's count them. One, yeah, start with your thumb, start with your pinky. So, one, this, the iPhone here, which I am recording this video on. Two, my watch, my Apple Watch, which is, except for right now, look at this awesome watch tam, by the way. Yeah, you gotta work hard on that. Which, except for like right now where it's charging, is on my wrist like 23 hours a day. Three, my laptop, which I use for various different purposes. Four, the TV. Unfortunately, I still watch probably an hour of TV a day. And then five, the computer at work, which technically that's 2 screens, but I'm going to count it as 1 screen because it's one device. And that's about where I max out. I have an iPad, but I have not used it probably in the past 2 months. 6 months. A long time. Maybe like 6 months or so. And just one extra screen. I mean, I go through periods. I had a long period where I was using my iPad instead of my computer, my laptop. But then when I switched over to my laptop, the iPad kind of fell apart. And there's still kind of competing screens for me in my world. It may be different if I were to use my laptop for work. Maybe then I would have some balance that would allow me to use my iPad throughout the day. But anyway, it's just a strange thought. Like so, but that's 5 different types of screens, and I'm still reading The Thank You Economy, Gary Vaynerchuk. And I was just reading, it's about the kinds of communication and thinking about how many screens I interact with. Is how many of these different kinds of communication do you really have to interact with your customers, with your fans, with your advocates, with your haters? And there's not a whole lot of interaction, admittedly, on the Apple Watch, but I mean, the iPhone, the MacBook, those are both huge. I mean, that's all about two-way communication. The Apple TV or the TV screen itself, I mean, that's pretty much one way. So there's not as much there, especially because I'm not like fed advertising, since I pay to avoid advertising. Because I use the Apple TV, I use Netflix, I use a couple other things, and basically avoid advertising. Occasionally I see some, but not too much. And then my work computer, also not a whole lot of interaction there, 2 ways between me and different brands, other than the brand I work for. But yeah, it's very interesting. So how do you maximize those? I mean, I don't use my phone enough, which is kind of a funny statement because I use it all day, every day, but I really don't use it enough. I mean, I consume, but I don't create enough. That's part of why I'm doing this vlog, 100 days, because I'm trying to engage more with my phone, engage more with the people out there. Ow, I hope I don't hurt you poking. Oh my goodness, this is the dumbest thing ever. Anyway, Yeah, and so I want to transition more of those devices to being engagement devices instead of passive consumption, which again is part of why I'm doing this vlog 100 days. Because that's so many opportunities, so many hours, so much engagement I'm missing by being the consumer instead of the creator. And actually, that's also a big part of what's going on at work right now. And I think that's going to help in some big ways with the transition going on in my job to become a more active engager, using these devices, these screens for outreach, communication two-way, as opposed to just me sitting down and watching a couple of videos or reading a couple of books. Oh, my Kindle. You know what? That's another screen I use almost every day. This is the most awkward position I've ever recorded in. Yeah, my Kindle's another screen, but it's one of those things you don't think of as a screen, even though it's really an awesome screen. Um, but yeah, I think this is a train of thought I'm gonna have to explore more uh, upcoming and kind of talk about as I go through it, as I become more prolific on. Uh, let's see. I'm going to ramp up my Snapchats. I'm going to maybe ramp up my Instagram. I'm going to re-engage with Twitter. I've kind of fallen off Twitter lately. It's kind of again that whole how many screens thing. Well, how many different channels do you communicate in? Part of that's of course driven by the work you do. If like 6 hours out of it, every 8 you are with. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna explore this more in detail later. Not right now. I'm spending today avoiding some important tasks. Yes. Um, and I'm reading. Actually, I just took a break from reading, so I'm going to go back to reading and finish that up for today, and then we'll see what I do. Anyway, this is probably my least pointed, but most potentially expansive vlogs yet of the vlog 100 days that I've recorded. So, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, um, apply 2 coats to your face of this video, if you will. And let me know how many screens you use on the average day and what are their general purposes. Like, are they two-way communication? Are they pure utility for work? Are you only consuming media? I'm interested in a conversation about this. So let me know, and I'll catch you tomorrow.